How's my hair? All right. So here's the L111 automatic John Deere that I picked up from a lady. She was throwing it away. And of course I had like 5 square feet of free space in my garage, so I went ahead and picked it up. This thing took about an hour just to get it out of her carport into my truck because the tires were completely flat and dry rotted. The deck was like halfway bolted on, dragging on the ground, and it took for freaking ever. But anyway, it was worth it. I knew it could turn into something. So I didn't get a lot of footage on me actually working on it because it's been so freaking hot here in Conroe, Texas, where I live. And I get real aggravated when it's hot and I start sweating. I get aggravated. I don't want to work the camera and be messing with it, moving it around. So usually in the cooler months, I'll start getting a little more camera footage of it. But I do, after I go over everything that I did with this mower to get it running, I do have a slideshow for you guys to kind of show you before and after pictures of what I did to it. So anyway, first things first, I was at Tractor Supply one time, and I was just, looking around like I always do, and I found this Rust-Oleum farm implement paint, and they have like 100 or probably more than that different colors, but I noticed that they have John Deere yellow and John Deere green, and these are about $9 a can, which for me that's pretty steep, But they also have a house brand. I think it's called Traveler. It's Tractor Supply's house brand. They have them and they claim to match, and they're about $5 a can, but they were out of them. So I thought that was nuttier than a porta potty at a peanut festival, but whatever. I wasn't going to cry about it. I just spent the extra $8 on this. So rust preventative, weather resistant, heavy duty, blah, blah, blah. 12-ounce cans, $9. So anyway, a quick overview of the things I did to it. I obviously painted it. I replaced one of the front tires. I chose that one for a real specific reason, and that's because it was the cheapest one I could find on Amazon. It was like 17 or 16 bucks. A little tread on it right there. It's brand new. Super good. It's a little, what is it? Turf Saver Carlisle. I think it's a 2-ply or something like that. But I didn't want to dump a bunch of money into this thing. So I basically used golf cart tires that I got for free on the rear. My buddies give me those. So I went ahead and used those instead of spending $100 on rear tires. I didn't get any pictures or anything of me swapping those out. I wasn't even sure if they were going to work, but they actually work and fit really well. So anyway, I took the deck off and pushed this thing out in my driveway. Luckily, I've got a small pressure washing rig here. If you guys haven't seen my other videos, I pressure washed the deck underneath and above it, and pressure wash the whole machine. I sprayed degreaser stuff all over the engine. Got that a lot cleaner than it was, and cleaned that up really good. And then let's see what else. All right, so hey Jessaru. So anyway, he's the captain of this ship, if you haven't noticed. But anyway, I took the deck off. I actually coated the underneath side of the deck, as you'll see in the slideshow. I coated that with another type of Rust-Oleum paint. It's called High Performance Enamel. I actually used it on my welding table. I haven't finished painting the whole thing yet, but it's held up really well. And I coated the underneath side of the deck with that. I used a primer, a Rust-Oleum primer, and then obviously the Rust-Oleum paint on the upper side of the deck and the upper side of the body of it. And okay, I got the tires. Oh, I replaced the battery. Super picky about that too. That was the cheapest one I could find, so that's the one I went with. Air filter was already clean. So I didn't replace that. I did replace the oil filter and did an oil change on it. I cleaned the spark plugs and put new blades on it, put a new deck belt on it. And I actually ended up taking all this stuff off, the shifter gate and the little, what do you call those things? The canopy holders or whatever, accessory holders. Took the cup holder thing out, as you'll see in the slideshow. Also took the floorboard covers off and all that. That is the original front tire that was on it, and it was pretty dry rotted. But I had like a 20-year-old can of gunk tire sealant. So I pretty much put the whole can in there, put the valve stem cord back in, aired it back up, and it hasn't leaked any air. It's been like a week or so, so I think it'll hold up. We'll see. So it runs really good. You know, I leveled the deck out and everything, so it runs good, and it kind of seems like it's starving for fuel a little bit. And I think the problem is that the fuel pump is starting to go out. Not 100% sure, but I went ahead and ordered a new one on Amazon, and it comes with 2 spark plugs and a fuel filter. And the reason I think the fuel pump is starting to go out is because the fuel filter isn't completely filling up. So we'll see what happens with that, but you know, I'll replace that later. It's super easy to do, but it does run good, and you could cut grass with it right now. So what else did I also pulled the carburetor off and cleaned it out. I didn't tear it completely down, but I did clean it really good and blew all the jets out and everything, and it pretty much fired up immediately. So anyway, you want to fire this thing up, Jess? Yeah. Want to see how this Detroit diesel 2-stroke sounds? All right, let's go ahead and fire it up and close the hood. All right, you got it? You might have to scoot the seat up a little bit.
All right, I'll do that
All right, stand by. All right, go ahead. Yep, you got to hold that clutch down. Give it another try. So there you heard it. Detroit diesel 2-stroke. Running real good, but it should run a little better once I replace that fuel pump. I appreciate the help, Jess. Do It All Garage. Yeah, Do It All Garage, baby. He's my apprentice. So anyway, again, I apologize for not getting as much video footage as I wanted to. But again, I get real aggravated when it gets hot, and I don't feel like doing a bunch of extra stuff. Winter time's coming up, so I've got some more projects already lined up. I'll try to get a lot more footage of that. So anyway, I want to thank you all for watching, and if you'd be so kind, go ahead and click like and subscribe, and enjoy this video, hopefully. But I got the slideshow coming up, so y'all stay tuned. Thanks again for watching. Do It All Garage.